Hello everyone, it's been a while since I've been here. In fact, over a year. I was living someplace else. I moved back into my camper. Hell, it's a long story. It's been a long journey. But I changed the name of my channel from Joy Love to Royalty Tiny Home Creators. Um, Joy's Tiny. It's been a long time because I have not been motivated to do it. I decided to go in and look at the last video, or the first video I put on, and I listened to it, and I had a couple people comment on it, and so it kind of encouraged me to go forward. The reason why I changed my channel's name was because I've been very interested in tiny homes for a few years now. When I moved to Florida and didn't have any too much else to do except watch YouTube and different things, and I always liked tiny enclosures. So I started watching all the videos on tiny homes and campers and um, building out the campers into a tiny home and so forth. And so, being in Florida by myself, I got ill. My daughter and family was coming down a lot, and she had bought me a car, and I got ill after they left, which I had slowly been getting um, ill, but doctor wasn't telling me anything. So I called her up and said, I can't be down here by myself anymore because uh, I'm not able to, I can drive and all that kind of good stuff, but things were getting worse and the doctor wasn't telling me anything. So they came down and got me. Well, first of all, before they come and got me, she knew I would want a place of my own, and she had a friend that had a camper for sale. And I told her, I said, well, go ahead and make the deal. And they came down and got me. They had a pickup truck. That's all they brought. And of course, I had my car. And we loaded up what I could take. And we come back to her house, to my daughter and her husband's house. And they have six acres here. And they went and got the camper the next day, and we set it up out here on her property, and we've got it hooked up to sewer and water and electric. Well, that first year, I mean, we got back here in October of 2021, and of course it hadn't gotten to be wintertime yet, and you'd think I'd know a little more about camper life and traveling and stuff like that, but needless to say, no, I didn't. And not realizing that the camper wall, it's not like building a tiny home. Tiny home, you put in insulation in the walls and you build it like a real house, except for it's just tinier and on wheels. And so come wintertime, it was cold. So anyway, that first year with me getting sick, found out that I was anemic, and uh, something started happening with my fingers and my eyes. Um, I would get up in the mornings and my eyes would be glued shut, and I'd about tear my eyeballs out trying to uh, open them. I don't know. It was pretty miserable, and uh, somebody said dry eyes and this and that and whatnot, and um, but I was weak. I was weak. They gave me a blood transfusion, and I was still getting, weak and really hard to walk. But back in '95, I had been diagnosed with fibromyalgia, and the problem I had with that was there'd be days that I'd hurt all over so bad that I couldn't even function, and I was tired all the time. But that seemed to ease off after so many years. Anyway, I lived through the winter time, and I only had two 30-gallon propane tanks to heat with, and then I got an electric heater since I was hooked up to their electric, and that helped somewhat. But having the condition that my body seemed to have was being much colder than a normal person would. So summertime came. I got through that. Summertime came. Started getting stronger as far as the anemic went. I was taking iron pills, and the doctor put me back on heart medicines and stuff like that because I had had a heart attack 2015, and but I didn't want to go on it because of all the side effects. So I tried it again just to appease everybody. And so summertime, and then I finally went off of it after I'd moved out of the camper. I moved out of the camper because I told my daughter, I said, I don't think I can handle another winter time here. So she was working for as manager for low-income housing. So between her and my niece, we got me set up in one. Well, I don't like apartments to begin with, and I certainly didn't want to be around people that were iller, more sicker than I was, and being confined in an apartment building like that. I had a little dog. You had to go through all the rigmarole of deposit for the dog, which was $375, and of course a deposit for me, and the rent, and watching people die, come and go, and whatnot. That was just not a. I was warmer. Don't get me wrong, I was warmer, that's for sure. But, and I knew it wasn't going to work for me. I mean, I tried every which way. I mean, I tried to blend in with some of the people that, well, fit in. I don't even want to say the word fit in, but get along with people that were sicker than me, and some were and some weren't, but some had their attitudes and stuff. But being as a person that I am, when I'm explaining things to people and talking to people, I somehow or another come across funny. And I would make them laugh and stuff like that. But I finally told my daughter, I said, I want my camper back. But, I mean, I was still paying on it. But in the meantime, there was a explosion. Well, it was an explosion, but a train derailment in the town close to me, and my son lived there, and it had all those toxic chemicals and stuff. Well, we told him to get out of there. Well, we offered him the camper. Had 3 dogs. They didn't have no place else to go right off the bat, but being in the apartments like I was, it was draining me fast, emotionally, mentally. Um, I just didn't see the future in anything anymore. And so I said, "What I wanted to move back into my camper." Well, that my poor son then. Well, then he had to, which he has ailments too, and he's 57, and so working with my daughter and stuff, they give him a little corner of their property, and he put a already built tiny shed on it, uh, 12 by 20, and of course it didn't have anything in it. That was just the shell, and he's been working on doing that, but he didn't really want to do that. He just wanted to honor his mother and let his mother have her camper back. So I moved back in November of 23. And it's been cold, but I set it up differently. I got a propane company that would deliver my propane. It's expensive, don't get me wrong. I'm on a fixed income, if you want to call it a fixed income. I mean, I earned that money in my working years. And so, but the problem was, if the delivery driver didn't feel it was safe enough to come in the driveway, which was kind of like up a hill, and it would rain a lot, and it would get muddy, and he didn't want to come up in there. So that was a little hectic back and forth. And but here it is now. It's springtime. It's May, and it's still been rough because no sunshine, no. It's been raining a lot, and I thrive better when the sun is out, and it's really hard for my legs still to get around. And I've been trying to change my diet and eat the kind of things that won't cause inflammation in my legs, and it gets very discouraging. And having to take my little dog outside, which she's pretty old. She's still fairly spry though, and take her outside. So it's been very hard to try to decide which direction to go and still keep on keeping on, not giving up. And it's been many times I've just wanted to give up, but having that little dog and knowing that nobody else can take care of her like me, and we all think that, I know we do, but that has kept me going. And I have a daughter here and a son here, and I think that would just devastate them if I wasn't devastate them if I wasn't around any longer. But um, anyway, I been a lot of things running through my head about what I want to do. I used to sing, record, and of course it wasn't professional or anything like that, but I was writing my own songs and everything, and I was going around the tri-state area um, singing, and I just loved to perform. I loved to entertain people, and I used to dance. I mean, I could dance and dance all over that floor, but here I am now. For whatever reason, whether it's because of stress or whether it's because of what I'm eating or whatever, my legs, the muscles in my legs give me a hard time. Not anywhere else now, just from my knees down. And I'm not going to go have them try to find out what the problem is, because the medical system, they don't try to find the cause. They just want to pump you full of pills. So Um, I've been trusted in my the great I am to help me pull through and figure out what foods to eat and so forth. So here I am. I want to I want to design tiny homes. I want to create tiny homes. Whatever I can create a tiny home out of it, like this camper I'm in. Now, this room that I'm in right now, it's at the very end. Now, there's been many things in here. There's been a little living room. It's been um, a bedroom and different things. And I don't particularly, when I first got the camper, it had 10 places in it that people could sleep. It was like this room had 4 bunks in it. And of course, in the middle section had a couch that you could let down into a bed, and then had a little kitchenette table that you put the table down and you, just like campers are, you could make a bed out of it. And then of course you had the bigger bedroom. Well, when I moved in here, I mean, I didn't have room for my other stuff that I brought with me and couldn't enjoy any of it. So I asked my brother would he come and help me remove the bunks and some of the things that was just basically in my way. They weren't comfortable at all. And I did that. So this room here now is going to be a couple of things. I can divide it. This side that I'm on right now is going to be where I do my videos. Maybe I might do some outside sometimes. And the desk that this is sitting on, it's got my uh, laptop on it and different things that I can work with. I'm going to do watercolors, and I've never done it before in my life. But my main thing is that I want to start a business, whether it be nonprofit or whatever it is, to be a tiny home creator. Now, whether that's to take somebody else's camper that they've got and help them make it into a tiny home, or help design and build a tiny home for people that don't have no homes, or want to live cheaper, uh, be more downsized in their belongings and stuff, to live a simpler life. Living a simpler life is less hectic, less clutter, and you can think better. That's another time for another video, but right now my main thing is to explain to where I'm at with my life. My name is Joy. My handle is at Joy's Tiny, and the um, business part of it is named Royalty Tiny Home Creators. Now that can mean anything. I create. I take an empty shell of a camper and make it into a tiny home for you. There's a lot of homeless people out there that sure could use something like this. And I do understand that there's a lot of homeless people that wouldn't know what to do with it too. So, but that's not where I want to center on it right now. I want to give you an update on why it took me so long to get back on here, and take you on the journey with me. And um, right now, I'm not gonna let you see how hard it is for me to walk. but I will let you know that it is hard to walk. If I sit too long and try to get back up, I'm so stiff from the waist down, and the muscles in my one leg want to twitch and um, buckle under me. But I want to take you on this journey that I know that there's so many people out there that uh, are in the same situation that I'm in. I will be 80 years old come June the 20th. I've lived a long life. I've seen a lot of changes in this world. And I was born right on the edge of World War II. And I've seen the television come in. I've seen many, many changes. And I look back, and most of the people didn't want the changes. They fought against the changes. At every which way turn it, they could turn to fight against it. So here we are. We're in another major change coming, which there has been changes throughout, but now the changes are coming in. The people that were born in my era, and as I grew up, and the people born in that era, they don't want the changes. Now there's a lot of them that will accept the changes, but there's just some things that we can't change. That our food, ways of life, the way people eat and stuff like that, because they just don't know how to comprehend it all. But along this journey with me, with y'all, I'm going to be doing different things. Show you how to downsize, minimalize, how to save money. I'm on fixed income, like I said. I think I said this. I don't get that much money a month, but I'm able to do it. Now, right now, I'm living on my daughter's property, and all I pay for, well, I'm still paying for the camper, and that's $400 a month. I'm almost got it paid for. I pay $200 to my daughter for electric and lot rent. So, and then I've got a couple credit cards that helps me get the things that I would like. But I've downsized so much and getting down to the minimal that it's going to take to make me happy and easier to live, especially since my legs are as bad as they are. But I'll be doing things like doing some watercolors and drawing and maybe a song or two. I don't know. But the mostly thing that I know is, and like I said in my first video, don't stop. And that's one of the things I've been trying to tell myself, because what am I going to do now? You can't get out and about as much as you used to. You can't go do music. You can't dance. And singing this old songs that I used to sing are just so heartbreaking that's detrimental. The words that you're hearing yourself sing and boo-hoo-hooing and listening to different songs that make you think that the love of your life was so wonderful when in reality they weren't at all. It's just an endless thing that you've got to change. So I'm changing it. So hopefully just keep on keeping on, keep moving. If you have to use a walker, use a walker. I've got a walking stick now that I use when I go outside with, because The walker is just too hard to get in and out of the camper. I've got a little bit of steps I've got to go down, but my name is Joy, like I said, Joy Walker, and I'm 80. I'll be 80, and I'm learning to be a minimalist, which is hard to talk because I have no teeth. Well, actually, I got 7 teeth left in my top mouth, and again, there's another subject that we could talk about, but I'm going to leave you with this. Henry Ford said this: "If you think you can, or if you think you can't, you're right." Well, bless you all. You have a great day, and look for your source within. Jesus said all the answers are within. So you have a great day. Goodbye. Talk to you later.